A serious new warning this week for Facebook's more than 2.5 billion users. It's easy to dismiss the dangers of data harvesting and tracking to you personally, until you realize just how dangerous and invasive it can be. Now, as we've just seen, Facebook likely knows some of your darkest secrets and you should take action to protect your privacy. In a devilishly clever attack, as first reported on Forbes, Signal weaponized Facebook's data harvesting this week to attack the tech giant, using targeting criteria in a series of proposed ads. Yes, the story made headlines, but almost all the coverage missed the most serious point. Behind the detail is a warning and a reason to delete Facebook. Signal says Facebook disabled its account. Facebook denies this. Facebook says Signal never intended to run the ads. Signal denies that. Media coverage has focused on this war of words back and forth. Who's lying, who's telling the truth? In fact, both are likely being truthful, and that will help explain how dangerous Facebook has become. The proposed ads themselves may appear frivolous. You got this ad because you're a newlywed Pilates instructor and you're cartoon crazy, because you're a K-pop loving chemical engineer, because you're a teacher and a Leo. But they also cut deeper. You're single or divorced or in an open relationship. You're thinking about LGBTQ adoption. This ad thinks you do drag. Just after the initial story, Facebook told me that if Signal had tried to run the ads, a couple of them would have been rejected because our advertising policies prohibit ads that assert that you have a specific medical condition or sexual orientation. And that's the critical point here. There has never really been this level of publicity over whether an advertiser can publish ad targeting criteria in the actual ad, but it has been done before. That's not why this was stopped. So, when Facebook says it would let the ads run without data that violates its policies, it's believable. After the public spat with Signal, Facebook pointed me to its tweets to clarify this exact position. But it's obvious the sensitive data in Signal's ads will violate Facebook's policies. That misses the point. When Signal says Facebook is collecting everything it can, in order to sell visibility into people and their lives, that this would be considered intolerable, if it was not invisible, it's referring to this kind of private, sensitive data that we want to keep hidden, not the superfluous stuff we might include in our public profiles. Facebook's data harvesting machine can capture and infer sexual, medical, political and religious information. And while advertisers can't tell their audience the basis on which they have been targeted if it's this kind of data, that doesn't mean it's not being done. Just as we saw with recent reports that Facebook allows advertisers to target children interested in smoking, alcohol and weight loss.